Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
This episode is brought to you by Netflix. So Netflix is basically Santa this year. 2 NFL games on Christmas Day, streaming live. At 1 p.m. Eastern, it's Cowboys, Commanders. Then at 4:30, you've got Lions, Vikings. Midwest football, playoff stakes, and probably some snow. Watching holiday football is a tradition the whole family can enjoy. Open some gifts, grab some food, settle in, and watch NFL Live on Netflix this Christmas Day.
Sunday morning. With us this morning is Steve Israel, a good friend for a long time, over 20 years, former congressman in New York. I hate this word, former. And he was chairman of the Democratic National Committee, raising money for the committee. Steve, we needed you. We need common sense in Congress. How come you're not there anymore?
Well, John, first, it's a pleasure to be on with you. And you are like the king of common sense. When I was in Congress for 16 years, I loved coming to visit with you. And for you, it was never about left or right. It was about how to move things forward. And so I just valued that time. You know, I left Congress because I just was beleaguered with the politics and the fundraising, and decided that I was going to give somebody else a chance and focus on 2 things. I have a small business. I own a bookstore on Long Island called Theodore's Books, and I just came out with my 3rd novel. It's a historic spy thriller called The Einstein Conspiracy.
Wow, tell us about it. It's about Einstein. I mean, why is it a novel? Because because it's your theory about it.
Well, this is a good old-fashioned spy thriller based on actual events that happened in New York. In 1939, the Nazis had a very elaborate, sophisticated network of spies crawling all over New York City and Long Island. At the same time, Albert Einstein lived on the east end of Long Island. He stayed in a place called Nassau Point, and it was from his little cottage on the North Fork that he wrote a letter to Franklin Delano Roosevelt warning him that the Nazis were figuring out how to build an atom bomb. And the last thing in the world could afford was Hitler with an atom bomb. And so I wrote a novel about that. It's a historic thriller about Nazi spies trying to get to Einstein so that he can't warn FDR about the Nazi atomic bomb program. It's all true. I mean, it's based on true events. I've got 2 FBI agents who are trying to track down this Nazi spy. And I was just, it was fun to write. It's not political. It's not about Republicans. It's not about Democrats. It's a historic spy thriller that takes place on Long Island involving Albert Einstein.
Wow. And I remember the concerns the people in Long Island had about Nazi submarines pulling up to the shores and having people depart out of there. I mean, who knows? This is 50 years ago. How much of it true and not true? And what are your thoughts?
It was true. The Nazis did try and land some saboteurs on the beach of Amagansett in the Hamptons. They actually went ashore. 3 of them were apprehended, or several of them were apprehended by a police officer on the beach. The other got on the Long Island Railroad, made it as far as New York City, where he was arrested. So we know that the Nazis were trying to put spies on Long Island in New York City. They had a very sophisticated network. And we also know that there was a community in a place called Yaphank that was called German Gardens where, and I'm not kidding about this, the streets were named after Adolf Hitler, Goebbels, and Goering. Could you imagine? I mean, these were actual public streets named Adolf Hitler Street, Joseph Goebbels Street, Hermann Goering Street. All of this is in my book.
Wow. Well, Are things worse today than they were 50 years ago?
I don't know if they're worse. I think our politics is far worse. 50 years ago, we found ways of working together to address challenges in a common sense way. Now it seems that we've lost that ability, in my view at least. One of the reasons I left Congress, John, was because it was harder than ever to find people that, you can compromise with, that you could develop consensus with. Everybody was in their own tribes. And I think our politics is much worse now than it was 50 years ago. We used to unite to deal with national challenge. We used to operate based on common sense. What's good for families? What's good for the middle class? Now all we do is fight with one another. And I was just sick of it, to be honest with you.
I am too. During the Reagan and who was it? Tip O'Neill.
Tip O'Neill. Yeah,
they sit down and they work it out. And Newt Gingrich and Bill Clinton, they sit down and work it out. Right now,
that's right.
There's too much hate.
There is. But I'll tell you what, books unite us. Newt Gingrich loved my book, The Einstein Conspiracy. He gave me a beautiful blurb. And, some people said, well, you're a Democrat. How could you go to Newt Gingrich and have him read and promote your book? And my answer was, I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat, left or right. If you like a book, I want to work with you.
Well, where can the people get the book? On Amazon?
Anywhere books are sold. They can get it on Amazon.
And give me the name of the book and give me a website or anything.
It's called The Einstein Conspiracy. You can get it in any bookstore. You can get it from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, a local bookstore. Or you can go to EinsteinConspiracy.com.
And the author is you, Steve? Is it Stephen or Steve? Israel.
Steve. And in my next book, I'm dedicating it to John Katzimatidis.
Thank you. I'll be on it. And let's catch up again real soon. And it was good to talk to you. And a happy holiday and a great new year for all of us.
It's always my pleasure to be with you, John. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take my word for it. I live there. Come to Florida. Get pre-approved right now with my guy, Michael Kotze. Call him at 561-441-2730. He's got Choice Mortgage and a great real estate team. Get pre-approved right now. Michael Kotze, 561-441-2730. Buy in Florida right now. Don't wait. Save money on state taxes. Make your move today with Choice Mortgage. Trust me, Florida is waiting. This guy's so good, he did my commercials in Florida, too. Mike Kotze, 561-441-2730. All right.